Now you're starting it.
Now are we on?
Yeah.
Okay. So our reading today is Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11. And it reads this way. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all of your work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. Not you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor any of your cattle, nor any stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So, what do we think about that?
That's really hard, actually.
Mm-hmm. How are we supposed to work only 6 days, and on the seventh day, do nothing?
Because they're so busy. Like,
Well,
it's
babies.
so hard.
Housework.
Taking care of her dad. I have to take care of baby. He's out helping with stuff. So that is hard, actually, to actually do.
But most people don't understand one thing because it's not within that. There is an exception to it called the mule in the ditch work.
Right.
If your mule is in a ditch, you work to get it out of the ditch.
Even if it is the Sabbath. And that was, but understand, we're dealing with the Old Testament. That was a new covenant.
I thought that was
No. Christ is the one that said that.
Oh, okay.
So the Old Testament, it was clear. 6 days a week, y'all do what you got to do. Seventh day, sit on your tufts and do nothing.
Except for what you have.
Except for the absolute necessary, like feeding your babies, feeding your livestock, taking care of the elderly. But as far as jobs went, we were supposed to work 6 days, and on the seventh, nothing. So when we go into the interpretation, as we've said it many times, we use the Greek and Hebrew lexicon. Of course, this was written in Hebrew, so we use the Hebrew lexicon. And unlike before, this message was actually helped created by High Priest Jay Evans here with me today, so I could show him how to use the lexicon. So he did really wonderful in helping with the interpretation. Everybody give him a hand.
I give all praise to the Creator that I might understand what you were teaching me.
Well, and we thank God the fact that you were able to do it.
Now, I want to explain something to Bethany because she got this look of confusion. The Old Testament was all in Aramaic and Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
The New Testament was in Greco-Roman.
Okay. The question I have is, did they work, like in the Bible, they said they were, like, had to work, like, didn't they work?
Yeah.
Well, they did, but understand
6
it
days
was,
and
but
on the
hold on,
seventh day,
but it
right?
was different,
okay.
and this is something that Jay and I discussed outside before, after we read this book, did it? While we were trying to figure that thing out.
The printer.
The question that we have here is how do we, as God's people, apply this law to a 24/7 society?
Well, I'll give my opinion just so everybody gets kind of a gist.
Okay.
I have to work every day regardless. On the seventh day, the work I do is all for the Lord. But I technically get a day of rest within that 7 days.
And that kind of the way I do it is that I count my 2 hours if I soak in a tub. I count the couple hour nap after I take my medicine. So if you do that in 7 days, that's 14 hours, and then
you only need 2 more hours.
Only need 2 because a work day is 16 hours. You gotta remember from dusk
To dawn,
dusk. Or from dusk to dawn, we're supposed to rest. We're supposed to be asleep on a daily basis. So literally, it's just a 16-hour day.
Right.
So
On average.
On the average. But also the other thing we discussed is back in the day that the law was given, not that it's outdated, but back in the day that the law was given.
Like in BC, like times.
Yeah,
BC.
in the BCs.
Yeah.
It wasn't done the same. Work was not done the same way it is today.
Heck, 30 years ago, nothing was opened. Well, no, 40 years ago now, nothing was opened on Sundays.
Right?
Oh wow.
Straight up. Everything was
Literally.
closed except for gas stations.
Except for gas stations.
And that was just so people traveling was able to get gas.
I gotta go get him something to eat. So.
Making one of them sandwiches. Turn it
Yeah,
on.
I'll get them.
Yeah, there's lunch meat and hoagies. But yeah,
Because it takes grandmas to get in the
it comes down to you do get a day of rest within a week. It may not all be in one day though.
And we hope and pray that God will show us how to administer this in a thing. I think the way we can bring it up to date per se is like what he just said, that we get our 16-hour break in a 7-day period of 16 hours of doing nothing over the course of the park,
Right.
maybe, as our way of trying to honor it. Because God sees the intent, not the action.
Right.
Even in the Old Testament, God saw the intent, not the action. Let's pause this. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back.